Here are 10 of the most expensive Kennedy half-dollar coins ever sold. First in line is the commemorative 1976 half-dollar that featured Independence Hall as the reverse design. This was done to celebrate 200 years since 1776 and the Declaration of Independence. The quarter and large dollar coins each also received special commemorative designs for this year, bearing the double date of 1776 to 1976. This, however, is not the regular clad version that circulated, but rather the 40% silver coin that was only sold in special mint packaging. It also has the distinction of being tied with a number of other coins for the finest known example at a grade of MS69 from NGC. It was sold at auction in 2022 for $9,600. Then we have a coin that is a bit of an anomaly, as it is really not a rare coin in and of itself. The 1971 S Proof Kennedy half dollar is easily obtainable in grades of up to Proof 69. The difficulty for this coin is getting a coin that has a cameo or Ultra Cameo designation added. What we have here is a coin that is graded by NGC as Proof 69 Star Ultra Cameo. That star designation makes it the finest known example on the population report. Instant Pop 1, making it a registry set dream coin. For that fact alone, and little else, this coin was able to secure a closing price at auction in 2019 of $12,000. The 1969 D Kennedy half is the last half dollar minted with any type of silver content that was intended for circulation. It is true that the 70D was also a silver clad. That coin was only issued in mint sets and was not for general circulation. In addition to that, the mintage for the 1969 D was almost halved from the previous year, though 129 million coins is still a substantial mintage, to be fair. This example was graded by NGC as MS67 Star, tying it for the finest known example of its issue. Along with some spectacular toning, it was able to secure a final price at auction of $15,600. The 1966 special mint sets saw a rather dramatic improvement in quality over the 1965 SMS issues. More on that in just a moment. In addition to the improved eye appeal, the sets were also issued in a special hard plastic snap lock presentation, as opposed to the soft mylar flat packs of previous years. In the auction listing, the catalog even notes that this coin is virtually indistinguishable from a proof issue were it not for the date, graded by PCGS as MS68 Deep Cameo, and was able to secure a final price at auction of $16,450. 1965 was the first year in which the special mint sets or SMS sets were being released. This was a knee-jerk reaction to the national coinage shortage that also stopped the production of proof coins until 1968. The 1965 Kennedys were also only 40% silver as opposed to the 90% of the previous year. Now, these SMS coins were not fully proof coins, but they were better quality than simple business strike coins also. This is an example of an unusually attractive 1965 SMS Kennedy half dollar, graded by NGC as MS68 Ultra Cameo. When Great Collections sold this piece in 2021, it attained a closing price of $19,800 at auction. Like most of the coins on this list, the 1964 Denver Mint Kennedy half dollar is hardly what you would call a rare coin. It was, however, the last year of full mintage for the silver 50 cent. As such, large quantities of these coins were being hoarded. Sadly though, not a lot of care was taken when doing so, resulting in most coins being heavily bag marked today, making finding a gem level coin a true challenge for collectors. Bringing us then neatly to this problem-free 1964D graded as MS68 by PCGS. Throw in some attractive toning as well, and what we have is a coin that got a closing price at auction from Legend Rare Coins in 2016 of $22,325. The next coin is a 1968 S-proof Kennedy half dollar, the first year that US Mint proof coins were produced not in Philadelphia, but at the newly reopened San Francisco Mint instead, a practice that would become standard from that point onwards. It was also the first year in which minting of regular proof coins were resumed since the suspension of the practice in 1965. What makes this coin worthy of the astronomical price it secured at auction is its grade, a conditional rarity with a grade of proof 70 deep cameo from PCGS, the finest possible grade that a coin like this can achieve. In 2023, Stax Bowers sold this pristine proof coin for $24,000. 1967 was the final year of production for the short-lived SMS sets, and overall quality for these coins produced in this way tended to improve as well. However, the number of coins struck fell to only 1.86 million, as collectors of the day were not interested, as the novelty of the vague middle ground of not really a proof coin but better than business strike coins tended to wear off. This example, however, is again of simply excellent quality, graded by NGC as MS69 Ultra Cameo. As a superb gem-level coin, it is ideal for a competitive registry set, and in 2019 it was sold at auction for an equally competitive $31,200. And then, coming in second place is one of the most sought-after variety coins for the Kennedy series, and one that is especially sought after in pristine gem grades. This is the 1964 accented hair variety for the series. This variety is only found on a minority of the proof examples of this first year of issue coin. Following the tragedy that led to the creation of this coin, JFK's widow was consulted for final approval of the design. Her only comments were that his hair needed to be more defined, and as such, the accented hair variety came to be, identified by strengthened details on the head just above the ear, as well as a truncated lower left serif on the Eye of Liberty. This example was graded by PCGS as proof 69 deep cameo, and at auction in 2024, it managed to sell for $64,800. But by far, the most expensive Kennedy half dollar ever sold is the elusive and enigmatic 1964 SMS Kennedy half dollar. Now, according to mint records, these coins simply should not exist, as SMS coins were only struck between 1965 and 1967, and yet these few coins are clearly superior to business strikes while not completely being a proof coin either. The strike is strong with crisp definition and with a squared-off wired rim. The fields also shows clear evidence of the existence of die preparation work typical for specimen strikes, most notably some clearly discernible die polish lines on the reverse connecting the bottom tip of the lower crossbar of the F in OV to the A in America, and another prominent polish line leading from the tip of the lower crossbar of the F in half, extending all the way towards the rim, just near the D in dollar. One of the key diagnostic die markers for this coin, though, is found on the obverse in the form of a so-called dangling 4, which is just really a small but very clearly defined defect hanging from the tip of the right crossbar in the 4 of the date. These dies were seemingly only used to strike these coins and nothing else. It is speculated that they may have been test strikes of a sort to prepare for the release of the SMS sets in the following year. But, as I mentioned, no mint records have been found to prove this. Graded by PCGS as SP68, this spectacular coin was sold in 2019 by Stax Bowers for $156,000. If you like this, then have a look at the 10 most expensive Washington quarter dollars ever sold next. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.